Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time tuning in. My name is Kirsten. Today's video is going to consist of me preparing and cooking tonight's dinner. I just started utilizing my YouTube page again, so I really don't have that many cooking videos. So why not go ahead and make one today? Come along and let's see what's on the menu. Before I begin cooking, I always like to make sure to straighten up the kitchen or clean any dishes that are in the sink, because once I begin cooking, I already know that I'm gonna make a lot more dishes. So I might as well go ahead and straighten up and clean up what's already in the kitchen, just so that I'm not making more dirty dishes on top of more dirty dishes. In the long run, it'll be less work to do if you go ahead and take care of what needs to be taken care of now. Another thing that I like to do before I begin cooking is to look in my refrigerator to see if there's any food that needs to be taken out. There's not any old food. I have cut up watermelon that I cut up the other day, and some jasmine rice that I also cooked the other day. So it's not bad, so I'm just going to add it to tonight's menu. I'm going to be making diced yellow potatoes, broccoli, and salmon. Of course, first I need to go ahead and clean off my potatoes. And then I'm going to set the oven to, I think I set it to like 410 for 45 minutes to cook my potatoes. I'm going to grab a cookie sheet to dice my potatoes on. As I'm peeling my potatoes, I don't like taking all the skin off. I like the skin. My family doesn't mind the skin, but I almost fell, sorry. But it's just gonna be me and my husband eating dinner. My kids aren't home, so I'm gonna leave some of the skin on, but majority of it I'll take off. And once all the potatoes are diced up, I'm going to put them in a bowl. I think that's called a strainer. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the potatoes again. And once I'm done cleaning them, I'm going to take my cookie sheet and spread some extra virgin olive oil on there, just so that my potatoes don't stick to the pan as they're in the oven. And once I pour the potatoes on there, I'm going to like mix it all together just so that the oil gets on all the potatoes. And then I love putting green peppers and onions with just about everything that I cook. So I'm going to go ahead and dice up some green peppers and some onions to go along with the potatoes. When I use the green pepper and the onion, I don't use the whole thing. So I do save the other half of both, and I just put them both in a baggie just for the next time when I cook. And now it's time to season the potatoes. I use minced garlic that I keep in the refrigerator. I also am going to put Sazon. I think it's called Sazon. I literally use this seasoning in everything. So I'm going to pour some of that on there. And then I'm going to sprinkle some pepper as well. And then I'm going to mix everything together. And then once I'm done stirring it all together along with the oil, I'm going to go ahead and put the pan in the oven. I always put it on the bottom shelf first, just so that the bottom of the potatoes can cook. And then later on, I will switch it from the bottom shelf to the top one. Now it's time to prepare to cook my salmon. I'm gonna put butter in my bowl. I mean, not my bowl, I'm gonna put butter in the pan. And as it's melting, it's the perfect time to go ahead and just open the salmon and clean it. When I open the salmon, I make sure that I'll have a grocery bag so that I can put the packages that it came in. Usually when I make meat in general, I don't like just putting the packages straight in my trash can. To me, all I see is germs and I hear germs when I think about that. So I always want to make sure any containers or baggies that any type of meat comes in, I always put it in a bag, in a separate bag when I throw it away. Once I rinsed off the salmon, I'm going to go ahead and put garlic powder on the salmon. Next, I'm going to use some lemon pepper. And then I'm going to use that Sazon seasoning again that I used for the potatoes. Now that my butter is all melted, I like to sprinkle minced onion in the pan. And then after I sprinkle enough minced onions, I like to put ground cinnamon in there. To me, when I add cinnamon to my salmon, it leaves just this distinct taste that it's so addicting. And I tried it one day and I haven't stopped making my salmon like this ever since. But of course, I want to add more butter to the pan to make like it's like a pasty looking sauce, so that when I lay my salmon down, it gets on every piece of the salmon. And then I'm gonna add some more minced onion to the pan. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some extra virgin olive oil as well. Once I laid all the salmon out, whatever extra seasoning is left in the bowl, I like to sprinkle that on top along with more minced onions, and then I'm going to go ahead and cover the pan. Now it's time to make the broccoli. I put butter in the pan first, and then I like to squish the bag of broccoli just to break up some of the broccoli pieces, because sometimes the broccoli pieces end up being too big. So now that the broccoli is in the pan, I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning it. And I literally use the same exact seasonings that I used before. I'm going to use the garlic powder, lemon pepper, and some more Sazon seasoning. And I can't forget my minced onions. Like I said, I add onions to just about everything that I cook. And then I'm going to pour some water to it just so that my broccoli doesn't stick, so it's more like steamed broccoli. And as I'm allowing my food to cook, I like to go ahead and clean any dishes that I just now dirtied up. along with the scissors that I used. Now I'm just checking the potatoes, making sure that it's done. I'm stirring it around, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven on the top shelf. Now that the potatoes are done, I'm going to go ahead and stir it around and make sure that every piece is cooked. And now I'm checking on the salmon. The salmon looks pretty good. It's very juicy and it looks very flavorful. So let's give it a taste. Yeah, very seasoned and it's delicious. Hey. Now the rice that I was going to I wasn't going to throw it away because it's still good, but I'm going to go ahead and use this rice. The other bowl is for my husband. When I cook, I always make him a plate too. And so I'm going to season the rice. My rice, I usually just put butter, garlic powder, and Sazon in the rice. And I usually only use jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is the best rice to me. And this is what it looks like with the salmon over the rice and the broccoli and the potatoes on the side. And here goes a quick view of everything. It's done and it looks delicious and I can't wait to try it. Well, I hope that this video was very inspiring and motivating to you to get up and cook a lighter, more healthier meal for you and your family. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to subscribe to my channel and click the bell just so that you don't miss any future upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.